end of my day, I'm sitting here at Zippy J's, 60 miles from my consignee. I got to hurry up and find me another load. I was trying to get as far as I can get. You know, I got off the highway, I-20, in the Tyler area, and I started going back in these backwoods, and I thought I was going to have to park on the side of the highway, but luckily, a Zippy J's. I never heard of Zippy J's, but there's a chain. It's a little chain store. They got plenty of truck parking. They got about an acre truck parking lot and a little store, and they got some pumps, fuel pumps, you know, free parking. You know, in Atlanta, petrol, man, if you go in there, every parking spot has to be paid for. If you don't pay for your parking spot, you can't get out. They have a security gate. If you can't present a receipt to that electronic gate, you're not getting out of there. Every spot is paid for. And you can't stay no more than, you can't stay there no more than what, 10, 12 hours. They making money hand over foot. They don't do that too much here in Texas. Some of them have a few valet parking spots. Not all the parking spots you have to pay for, but I'm glad that we got some free parking. Yeah, I put on one of my last videos that I replaced my dash valve, park brake valve, for the truck and the trailer, the red and yellow knobs. I was having issues out of that. I didn't know whether it was that or I have two quick release valves on the back of my truck. I got one for the service brakes and one for the trailer supply. A big one for the trailer supply quick release. I think it's TP3 valve. I think that's what it's called or something. I didn't know whether it was those or the dash valve, but I diagnosed it right. It's working like brand new now. It was a dash valve. You know, I called the dealership and asked them, do they replace a lot of dash valves on the Mack Volvos? The man said, you know, it could be some of anything, you know. Sometimes we replace them and that fixes the problem, and sometimes it doesn't. The best thing to do is just bring the truck in here and let us look at all the valves. Now, this is the Mack Volvo dealership. He want to check out all the valves on the truck and take a look at it. Now, they charge $250 an hour. So, I see a 4-hour minimum. I see a whole damn day. I say $250 an hour. Shit, I see $2,000 or $3,000 worth of labor. Plus parts. And tax, that's what I see. Shit, I pay for the part, a couple $100 that I had to do the labor. Lost all kind of sleep sweating out there. That valve was hard to get in, but I got it in. So if you have intermittent problems with your brakes, like it takes a few seconds for them to lock before they lock up, it could be a park brake valve or the quick release valve on the back of the truck. Well, I thank God I'm able to fix some things on this old truck, because if not, shit, I'd probably be bankrupt already, you know. I done fixed quite a few things getting started on this truck. I'm glad I got to know how to do it. And not done. Sometimes later, I got to put new belt tensioners on this truck. Not now, but later sometime. A few months. And change the oil and all that good stuff. Yeah, other than that, this truck is doing good. Yeah. Well, I'm finna find me another load and go to bed and get ready for tomorrow. Everybody out there, have a blessed day. You know, truck drivers, we got to stop taking these cheap ass loads. You know what I mean? We stop hauling them, they'll stop putting them on the load board. You know, everybody says the freight's going to pick up. They said the economy, they said the interest rates was going to go down and the prices was going to go down. That hasn't happened because we still paying these prices. They say the freight is going to go back up. The freight's not going to go back up because we still hauling this cheap ass freight. So, the freight ain't going back up. Not as long as we hauling the cheap freight. Not long as these new drivers come out here and they got $1,500 a week truck payments and they got to pull everything they can get their hands on. They in a living hell in their truck. Because that type of money, I don't know how you can do that. So, but all you truck drivers out there, the pay got to be double the miles at least. Double the miles at least, or better. You know. Well, guys, I'm finna get myself ready to lay down. Everybody out there, have a good day. Good night.